And we welcome you into downtown Oklahoma City, Bricktown Ballpark, home of the AAA Dodgers. Today we have a very special guest, right-handed pitcher in the Dodgers organization, Jon Duplantier, joins Dodger Poke. So Jon, thank you so much for joining.
Appreciate you having me.
All right, let's back all the way up. Katy, Texas. I have been there many times. I say that only to say, last week you were in Round Rock with Oklahoma City. I'm sure you had a million family and friends there. I'll bet that was a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, ton of fun. So that was the first time I've gotten to pitch back anywhere near home in my professional career. So yeah, we're pushing on 6 full years now. Year 7. So being only 25 minutes from home, I grew up probably 25 minutes from Sugar Land, and then went to college 25 minutes from Sugar Land. So when I realized that, hey, I was gonna be pitching in Sugar Land, made sure to make some calls. My mom, sister were awesome, they took care of everything. Nobody was hitting me up. And they just said, hey, we need this many tickets, and the club was really good for me, and we got it done.
Yep, and talking about being from the Houston area, a little bit west of Houston, about 15-20 miles, is Katy. You stayed close to home to go to college, to play for Rice. The obvious reasons: Rice has a tremendous baseball program. Wayne Graham was a tremendous baseball coach. So talk about the reasons why you went to Rice and wore that English R.
Oh yeah, so it's actually it's a funny, much longer story.
Yeah.
We can get into that sometime. But
yeah.
I never really thought about playing college sports. My family was always academic based and talked about going to school and taking care of our grades and going on and just making good, successful lives, And so I had a buddy of mine, my best friend in high school, ended up playing college football, and was like, hey, you can play college football. And I was like, really? So I started thinking about that. And when we started thinking about college football, it was the first time we started thinking about college sports. And we instantly went to the Ivy League schools, Stanford, Rice, and thought about that as the next route. And as we were doing that with football, I enjoyed playing baseball as well. And so we did that with baseball, and all in all, Rice ended up being a great fit due to a lack of injuries in high school from baseball, but plenty from football.
Sure.
And then the baseball program. And my dad and I took a month-long football camp trip.
Yeah. What position do you play?
I was quarterback.
Quarterback. Oh,
so
very well.
We took a month-long trip, did the Ivy League tour, went to Harvard, Yale, Princeton, and I was gone from home for about a month. And I remember missing my mom so much that I was like, I don't want to do it. So eventually the Rice offer lined up. I knew I wanted to play baseball over football, and Rice was only 30 minutes down the road, and I was like, this is a no-brainer. And that was just before I even thought about the program, and the success that program had, and the tradition there, and the academic standing of the school, and playing for Coach Graham, and I had a buddy on the team already. There's just everything about Rice is kind of lined up for me and my personality.
Yeah, so whenever you have your two-hand touch football games here in left field, who's the all-time quarterback? You or Pepio?
Pep can have it. Pep can have it. Now, the only reason I'll say that is I know people would rather guard Pep than guard me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so okay.
I'm better.
So it's better him throwing to you than you throwing to him.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He's a good athlete, but
now he might watch this, right?
Absolutely. I hope he does. I'm gonna walk in and tell it to his face.
Have you seen video of him? He's pretty good.
Quarterback?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, we sling it every day.
Oh, okay.
He can sling it. He can sling that thing.
Okay.
I'll sling it, but I'll catch it. He can throw it. I'll go get it.
Yeah, you're versatile. I bet you play defense too, right? Probably on all the special teams and everything, right?
I wanted to. So the fact that I played football or I played quarterback, they didn't let me do anything else. But I almost got in at safety my last year. I tried though.
Oh, very fun. So, okay, back to the baseball. 49.2 major league innings. Very good success at the highest levels of baseball. So we're back in AAA. We're working our way back to the major leagues. What's the goal being back in AAA right now?
Health. The majority of my career right now has been played with health. So being with the Dodgers and being here in OKC, the number one goal for me is to stay healthy, show up every day, available to throw innings, or whenever my name gets called, to get out there and be able to just go out there and get some outs for the team, That's the number one goal. Number 2 is get back to learning how to pitch, moving in and out, up and down, tunneling pitches off of each other, reading swings, how to be a professional, just how to show up to the field every day, because that is something that guys have to learn how to do.
Yeah.
And when you've been spending so much time in rehab, you kind of forget that. Mm-hmm. So just going to sleep in hotels and being used to being hotel living again, and the travel and being in different cities and how to navigate that, and seeing your buddies that maybe play for Salt Lake or Sugar Land or Sacramento, and getting to see those guys and then competing at them, getting to turn that switch on. Just a lot of stuff of just kind of like getting acclimated or getting reacclimated into, I guess, just the everyday mundane sense of professional baseball.
So there's more to it than just showing up and playing every day?
You know what? For some of us, yeah, but you got guys like Miguel Vargas and
no kidding.
For him, it's to show up, have fun, play ball, and he does it really well.
Yeah, so let's talk about your stuff, the plus slider, the big curveball. I love watching you throw that curveball that you mentioned just a minute ago. You love tunneling those pitches off of your fastballs. Oh, what did you say, 92 to 95 range? Would that be accurate, 93 to 95?
Yeah, right now I'm more than 92, 94 range.
Yep. So talk about your stuff, where you're at with it, and are you happy with it? And just kind of talk about it in general.
Yeah, so it's definitely gotten better for me, especially after getting Rule 5 over here and sent to the Dodgers and having conversations with this pitching staff, the development team. We've talked about my stuff and how to attack guys and play each pitch off itself. One of the things that I prided myself on as I was coming up was people would say, hey, what's your best pitch? And I would say all of them, because it depends on the situation, the score of the game, who's hitting, who's on base, what's the goal of the pitch, right? And due to all the injury, I kind of got away from that. I was just, every time I go out and throw, it was about, hey, does it feel good?
Yeah, right.
And then it was like, okay, does it feel good? Are we throwing strikes? Okay, now we're kind of feeling back to where we can throw strikes, and I don't wake up wondering if I'm going to feel okay. So now we're learning how to pitch. And so for me, a lot of fastball strikes is the goal. I want to get ahead with my fastball, and I want to tunnel that slider, that curveball for fastball. And especially to righties, I like it going away from them. And then what people, and I think I fall in the trap of, is not really loving my changeup as much as I should.
Yeah, no kidding. Looks just like your fastball, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think my changeup, to be honest, is the long-term best out of the off-speed options. And as I throw more innings and get, I guess, more stretched out outings, I think I'm gonna throw that changeup a lot more. So it's just all about kind of go forward, back, up, down, and then spread it out.
Put it all together and mesh it together. Yeah, you mentioned being Rule 5 to the Dodgers. You had to have been happy when you realized the Dodgers drafted you out of the Rule 5 draft, because the developmental system, you've seen it in other places, but the developmental system here is second to none.
Absolutely. I when I was in free agency, it was between the Dodgers and the Giants from the jump, and I chose the Giants for my reasons, and was like, okay, maybe it seems like more opportunity, and then I got Rule 5 by the Dodgers, and my dad just looked at me and said, hey man, so we're Christian family, and my dad looked at me and said, God wants you in that 100%. And ever since I've been here, every encounter, that is what it's felt like. The development team has been great, from the analytics side and the new age stuff, and then you have your old school approaches where it's like, hey, you go with your eyes, you see what you do, you just pitch, and I feel like I've gotten a lot from everybody. Yeah,
no doubt about it. And the Dodgers believe in having people that are great people first, then great baseball players second. It's obvious that you very well so fit that culture just hearing you talk. So wonderful start to your Dodgers career, Jon. I want to thank you so much for coming on to Dodger Poke Report. You have a huge fan, so thank you very much.
Thanks.